everyone, and welcome to today's NutriLiv 360 session. I am your host, Ruchita, and today's topic is building healthy habits for a healthy you. Today will be a culmination of all that we've learned in this community and how, with consistency, we can adapt a better lifestyle for an improved health span. To start the session, it is my honor and privilege to invite Farooq Tarapur. He, ladies and gentlemen, is an Olympian, two-time world champion in sailing, and has had an active sporting career of 40 years. He's won innumerable awards, including the Chhatrapati Shivaji Award and the Arjuna Award. But most importantly, he's a mentor to each and every one of us on the group with a mission, Har Ghar Healthy, Har Ghar Medicine Free. Let's welcome him onto this virtual stage and listen to him very, very carefully. Over to you, Farooq.
Thank you, Ruchita. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this exciting session. I just hope that you had your early dinner, done some exercise. And a good holistic health is all about forming the right habits, making the right choices. Because aging is a natural process, but aging healthy is a matter of choice. So when you start making good choices, you pick up the better options available to you rather than the only option available to you. Then you get onto the path of holistic health. That is the reason why we don't, prescribe diets. We don't, tell you that as a North Indian, you need to eat things about the way the people in the South do, or the people in the South to eat the way people in the North do. You eat whatever we are used to doing, and we can do a little bit of editing on it. And then, make you understand that what are the healthy options available to you. When you're young, anything goes. But it's all about making those small investments in your health that will ensure that your life in the later stages, becomes more comfortable. Try not be too much in the comfort zone, because if you're too much into a comfort zone, it's not going to help your overall health. Movement today is become like a big issue. Most people are talking about sitting as is worse than smoking. And if you don't move on a regular basis, okay, you will have to face the consequences. I often tell people that you must do exercise when you can, because if you don't do that, you will have to do when you cannot, and that will be really painful. So today's session is all about making small, minor changes, one step at a time. Okay, we don't expect you to do everything, but do something which you are sure of, is going to help you change your health. And that is the reason why we encourage you to stay on this community, because when you stay on the community, you get motivation, not only from, better health that you achieve, but when you can see that people around you who are probably better off in health than you, worse off in health than you, also making a tremendous change or impact to their lives. And today you're very lucky, because you're going to be listening from somebody who did not have a very good concept about good holistic health. And once she joined the community, and once she started, doing what the community was preaching, she started to change her health around. And her transformation journey is such an amazing journey that when you see the before and after pictures, you will not even believe that they're genuine. Okay. But trust me, this is no Photoshop. This is real stuff. So listen to Deepika very carefully, because what she has to say will have a significant impact on your overall health. Over to you, Deepika.
Thank you so much, Farooq. Good evening, everyone. Good to see you all. Yes, we are about to culminate our sessions, but yes, we have many more sessions also to come. But yes, this particular cycle, let's finish off on a great note. Like I'm a person of quotes, and one quote that says that we first make our habits, and then our habits make us. So yes, well begun is half done, but unless and until you actually build it right till the end, you won't see the results that are very long lasting. So let's understand what are those habits that have helped most of us who have been a part of this journey for over 2 years now, and we're still going very strong. We still we sway away at times, but yet we come back to what we are supposed to do. Thanks to this community, thanks to the guidance by Farooq and Anaita, by Raj and Anu, they don't let us sway away, they don't let us get distracted, and they keep us in check. So let's understand what are those habits that have helped me, that have helped Veda, that have helped so many others. We are seeing some phenomenal results on the community. If even if you're not posting, I'm sure most of you are aware of the practices that some of the active participants are doing and the benefits that they are seeing. So let's get started. Now, what are these healthy habits that will make sure that whatever it is that you have joined this community for, once you have achieved, how can you continue to stay in that optimum health for yourself for the rest of your life? It's not just about weight loss, it's not just about weight gain. Like Farooq says, har ghar healthy, har ghar tandurust, har ghar medicine free. So that's the objective with which we are going forward. One of the most important healthy habit is, are you keeping yourself well hydrated? Sorry, just give me a second. Yes. Are you drinking enough water? Is your body well hydrated? Now, signals that our body gives us that we need water, we are feeling, it needs water to stay well hydrated. Yes, most obviously, you feel thirsty, दिन भर प्यास लगती रहती है, you feel sapped out, you feel drained, you can have muscular cramps, you can have a lot of headaches, something that I was prone to for a very long time in my life. You will have dry, parched mouth. आपको ऐसा लगेगा, at times when you drink something very hot and you have a slight burn on your tongue and you feel a kind of a scalding. That's the kind of feeling you will get oftentimes when your mouth is totally dry. You can feel dizzy, you can feel tired, you can feel that your head is spinning. You can also have trouble in concentrating whatever work you're doing. And one of the most common symptoms that one needs to observe is the color and the density of your urine. It'll be much darker, it'll be much thicker, to be very honest. You need to watch out for these symptoms to make sure that you're well hydrated. And like Farooq says, that if you're drinking water, uh, when you're feeling thirsty, you have already deprived your body of a significant amount of hydration for a much longer period of time. Now, when should you drink water? As soon as you wake up. Why? Because we know our body is 70% water. Most of the nutrients, for them to reach out to different parts of the body, for them to reach out to every possible cell, water is one of the mediums, water, blood, etc. It brings your heart rate back to normal once you wake up, or once you've done a lot of exercise or a workout. Half an hour before meal, please avoid drinking water along with your meal. खाने से आधा घंटा पहले पीजिए पानी. It will help your body digest the food that you're about to eat much better. It will help in absorption of nutrients much better from the food that you've eaten. It will help you in sending that nutrient to every possible required cell and part of your body much better before you take bath, because it helps lower your blood pressure significantly. Definitely before going to bed, because you're going to be sleeping for on an average 6 to 8 hours of the night time, and there will be fluid loss. Your body is working 24/7. It doesn't really rest. Even when you are sleeping, that's the time your body is actually doing more work. When you're feeling sick, how many times have you heard your physician or your doctor or anybody around you say that whenever you have cold, flu or fever, that drink lots of water, because that is how the infection gets washed away from your body. When you're feeling tired, very important, it'll recharge your body, it'll replenish your body well. and when you're surrounded by infected or sick people, because if you're drinking enough water, agar aap अच्छे से hydrated ho, it will not let that viral infection settle down in your body. Very important. Now, coming to a very, very, I would say, important topics, but often misunderstood or often not taken, that seriously, is portion size versus serving size. We often confuse the two between them. Portion size is, if I put it very simply, हम हमेशा कहते हैं that your plate should have sufficient amount of protein, it should have sufficient amount of complex carbs, sufficient amount of fiber. So when I'm talking about portion, I'm saying कि how much portion of your plate needs to be protein, how much portion of your plate needs to be complex carbs percentage wise, and how much of it needs to be fiber. When I'm talking about serving size, I'm actually talking कि supposing if I'm saying, like, we say about 40 to 50% of protein in the morning in your breakfast is what you need to have. But what is the serving size of that protein? You don't need to go over an excess of that, because that will also be harmful. So portion is how you are quantifying the macros on your plate, and serving size is how much of that protein do you need, how much of the fiber that you need, how much of the complex carbs you need. Overdoing too much of fiber, too much of protein, or too much of complex carbs will also throw your meal plate off balance. So let's understand simply. ये एक pictorial representation है for you to memorize. If you can, go by this for the next 1 week. If you're new to this program, even if you're starting today, even if you've been on the program for a while, if you can keep this picture in mind for the next 4 to 5 days, trust me, it gets imprinted and you will not need to look at it after 4 to 5 days. So we say one serving of protein, how much it would be? It would be, one size of your palm. Okay. About uncooked 4 ounces, cooked would be 3 ounces. Vegetables should be what can probably come in a cup or which can come in your closed fist is what we talk about. Carbohydrates, it says cooked. You can see, it's showing you both the hands, the palm. One cupped hand should be half a cup, and one serving should be cooked, should be about 2 cupped hands. And fat serving, not more than the thumb. So fat is basically most of the time the medium, the cooking medium that we use could be, any cold pressed oil that you're using, could be ghee that you're using, whatever medium that you're using. We often get very liberal with putting the, spreading the butter, the ghee, the oil on the pan, thinking के इतना सा ही तो है, वो इतना सा ही कितना सारा हो जाता है. It can completely, throw your meal plate off balance. So it has to be just the size of your thumb or just 1 tablespoon. And these days, a lot of people, people are exploring cookware options. You have cookware option. We have Amway cookware, Amway Queen, which is absolutely phenomenal, very, very high grade stainless steel cookware, which allows you to cook whatever it is that you want to, absolutely without any oil. It preserves the color, the nutrients of the food that you're cooking. It helps you cook faster, and it helps you cook without any oil also. So that may be a great option. I think most of us who are on this program, the most of the health buddies and the coaches, हमारे घर में खाना उसी में बनता है. So that may be a good option if you are looking for a fat-free cooking. Now, have you, we talk about chewing our food. Growing up, school में हमने हमेशा पढ़ा था that, you need to chew your food 32 times. Now, honestly, I'm sure that most of us don't even chew it like 20 to 25 times, because we are always in a rush. We are always on the go. We are always doing couple of things alongside eating our food. So we kind of tend to, इतना time ही किसके पास है कि आप 32 times, you chew everything. But what is the damage that it is causing? If we understand that, maybe we will chew 5 more times extra or 10 more times extra next time we are eating food. The lesser you chew your food, the more load it puts on your digestive system to break down that food, to digest that food, to absorb the nutrients from that food. So either you do the work or your body is doing the work. The problem is that when your body does the work, it takes a toll on your health. You need to eat slowly. You need to chew your food. Genuinely speaking, you need to savor the food that you're eating for it to actually give you all the, nourishment that you are eating it for. It aids in digestion. It definitely burns lesser calories when it burns lesser calories. Now, a lot of you may say that, acha hai na, zyada calories burn kare, because that's how, it helps in weight loss. It doesn't work like that. The lesser calories it burns, the more, for much longer you feel satiated. If you feel satiated for much longer, you will tend to not eat or binge in between meals. If you don't binge and eat in between meals, you will be preventing definitely overeating and eating out of the packets and processed food, etc. And that will definitely help you in weight loss. So, chewing better, eating slower, uh, will definitely help you in weight loss, will definitely help your system to digest the food more easily, absorb the nutrients more effectively, and help you in the longer run. अब ये तो ठीक है, a lot of people say कि okay, fine, but in today's hectic lifestyle, I mean, how do you expect me to just sit and then just chew like a cow? Or, that's how, people say कि जो गाली कर रहे हो. But little habits that can actually help you uh, eat your food better, be more planned. You need to know what are you eating in the day, rather than, having this ad hoc, okay, now it's lunchtime, now let me go and see what can I cook or what can I eat. What actually happens is we will probably be resorting to processed food, ready-made food, maybe ordering in, or eating something which may not be proper called a proper meal plate. You need to include a lot of fibers in terms of salad, in terms of fruit, because that'll make you chew your food better. You can't just gulp down probably a cucumber or some, more vegetables like that. Don't stand and eat. You need to sit down. You need to make it a practice to sit down and eat. A good idea will be to probably put down your spoon after every bite. Even if you can't, just focus on food when you're eating. Oftentimes, I have oftentimes heard people say this, and even said it myself, that when I'm eating with family, when I'm eating with friends, especially, growing up, and cousins and all, we were eating in the same plate. You don't even realize, you keep on eating. So when you're eating socially, when you're eating with family also, maybe not talking too much and focusing, and not working, not resorting to your gadgets, not watching TV is a good idea. Yes, we have very little time and we need to achieve a lot in the day. We want to catch up on the news, we want to catch up on work, we want to catch up on socializing, and eating is the time. Meal times are the ones that we probably indulge into all these activities, but in the long run it is causing you more damage than good. So maybe it's a good idea to focus on eating when you're eating. Now, how do these hormones play a significant role in our cravings? I'll again go back to one of the most important topics that we always cover, which is the circadian rhythm. Circadian rhythm, very simply put, it is, we say that you should start your day. When I say start your day, what I mean is कि आपके दिन की शुरुआत of getting into the habit of starting with your breakfast, it should be with sunrise, and your last meal should probably finish off by the sunset as much as possible. Most of the city, I know people are working, they usually come back home by 7:30, 8 o'clock. And I often hear people say that, I'm usually traveling, I'm coming back home while it's dinner time. To which Farooq says that most of us, we carry lunch to the office, right? We can also look at options of carrying our dinner to office, so that we eat our dinner on time. Because when you stick to the circadian rhythm, when you try as much as possible to finish off your last meal by the sunset, or as close to sunset as possible, say 7:30, 8 o'clock, you give your body time to digest that food. You give your body the time to get into the night mode, where it is going to release certain hormones which will help repair your body of the wear and tear that it has, we would have caused because of our lifestyle during the day. We go out, we get exposed to different environments, a lot of pollution, air pollution, water pollution, etc., a lot of viral infections floating all around us. So when your body sleeps at night, certain hormones get secreted, which do the work of repairing and healing your body. But when we eat very late in the day, what happens is the entire focus of our body gets onto the gut, to digesting, breaking down that food and digesting that food. Hence, the release of certain hormones which are responsible for taking care of repairing the body and doing that work Either it is delayed or it does not even happen. As a result, your body is not as fit and ready next morning to go out in the day. And when you continue this pattern for a longer period of time, say months, years, etc., it is bound to affect your body in one way or the other. We are looking at three hormones here. We have leptin, which is basically produced by fat cells. It gives your brain, it is usually, leptin gets released post sundown. It gives your brain a signal that it is time to shut down the eating form. It's a hunger suppressing hormone. It gives you a feeling of satiety, that you don't need to eat anymore and you need to give rest to your digestive system. We all know insulin helps break down energy and use energy at a later point in time. We also have ghrelin. Ghrelin is basically a hunger hormone which gets released when you wake up in the morning. It tells your brain that it's time to put something, eat something, so that your body can get into an active mode, and it needs to eat to nourish itself well. Now, uh, just give me a second. I need to just, okay. Sorry. How do you manage your cravings? You manage your cravings by staying hydrated. Oftentimes when we feel that, oh, I'm very hungry, बहुत भूख लग रही है, it's probably you're not hungry, you're thirsty. So it's a great idea that next time you're feeling hungry, just grab a glass of water and try and sip that water over the next few minutes. And you might just realize that you were not hungry, but thirsty. Keep healthy food handy. Yes, we strongly recommend no snacking in between your meals. But if at all you come to a point where, you've had that glass of water and still, you're feeling really, really hungry, probably it's a good idea to resort to having, a glass of a protein with water. You could have it probably in charge or, lassi, namkeen lassi, whatever. Keep it minimalistic so that the damage that binge eating causes is minimalistic for your body. Don't make it a habit. Include a lot of protein in your meals. You can preferably go for vegetarian sources of protein. We have a couple of examples here for you to note. There are more examples, there are more options. You can speak to your health buddy, they can give you ideas. You may choose to go for a non-vegetarian form of protein, but the reason we say that focus more on protein, and that too vegetarian protein, is because your body takes much longer to break down a protein food content. It makes you feel satiated for much longer and helps you avoid eating in between meals again. And definitely reduce stress. Now, kaise stress reduce kare? There is so much happening in and around us. There's so much going on in our lives, Deepika. It's easier said than done. How do we reduce stress? There are a lot of ways in which you can reduce stress. Speak to your health buddy. You can meditate. You can probably get into an activity that you really enjoy. Could be yoga, could be a form of dance, could be probably going for cycling, picking up a sport that you really like, could be listening to music, could be catching up with a friend, could be reading a book. Options बहुत सारी हैं. You probably need to identify what works best for you. Another good habit, which is really underrated, is, are you breathing enough and are you breathing right? Now, breathing is something that we know from the day one that we come on this planet. Yes, we know it's a natural process. We breathe in, we breathe out. And, when you talk to people, people are like, are you going to really teach me how to breathe? Yes, you need to learn how to breathe properly for it to have that significant impact on your body, calm your body, help your body work optimally. Do you know that just 20 to 30 minutes of daily practice of breathing can yield substantial benefits? What are these benefits? Let's understand. Now, what you can see here is there are different forms of breathing. You have diaphragmatic breathing, where you are breathing in and out of your diaphragm. You have nasal breathing, which most often, people do. You're inhaling through your nose and you're exhaling through your nose. Thanks to social media, we all know what Kapal Bharti is rapid in, inhaling and exhaling. You also have bellows breathing. Now, what is bellows breathing? Bellows breathing, like, in pranayam, it's called Bhastrika pranayam, which is basically rapid inhalation and exhalation of air. It helps calm your body. It helps quickly energize your body. It helps burn more calories, and it really is very soothing. It ensures that your lungs are at their optimum performance levels. If you want to know more, you can connect up with us on the community. You can speak to your health buddy. These are various forms that you can adapt. When I talk about pranayam, it is made up of two words, pran and ayam. Pran is life force energy, ayam is expansion. So when you're inhaling and you're exhaling, the pattern in which you are inhaling and exhaling can be calming, can be relaxing, can be energizing. We've given you a table here. You can take a screenshot. We can share it with you on the group. When you follow these patterns of inhaling, holding in your breath, and exhaling, and then giving it out, it will have different impacts depending upon what particular pattern you are forming, and depending upon what exactly do you need. Do you want to calm your body? Do you want to energize, etc.? You can try this over a period of next 7 to 8 days and see how it impacts your body. Now, are you getting enough sleep? Now, I think most of the people that I know around me, there are very, very few people who say that, oh, I have a good 8 hours sleep, 6 to 8 hours sleep every single night. Reasons could be many. People sleep late, people eat late, people have a lot of gadgets, right? They're on their gadgets right before they hit their bed. Too much of activity in the day also at times does not let you sleep. Too much of sedentary lifestyle also does not let you sleep. So yes, it's a very confused state, but one needs to probably draw a balance out of it. uh, why is it that you need to sleep, get a good night's sleep, a 6 to 8 hours of peaceful proper sleep? It gives you better concentration. You can bring more ideas to the table. It helps you memorize, and the recall factor is much higher. You're more creative, like I said. You can make better decisions. You are more alert. You have reduced focus on negative things, which is very, very important. And one of the most essential, reasons why you need to have enough sleep is because it helps build a very, very strong immune system. I just spoke a few minutes back. When you sleep better, when you sleep on a lighter stomach, so one, you need to have your dinner early. Two, your dinner needs to be the lightest meal of the day. So when you sleep on a lighter stomach, your body is able to perform all the necessary operation it needs to. When I say operation, I mean, yeah, all the necessary repair and rehealing that it needs to in the optimum way, so that your body is able to cope up for much longer and run for much longer, more healthier lifestyle. Now, did you know that people who get less than 6 to 8 hours of sleep are more likely to gain weight and have a high BMI? Yes. Why? Because again, let me just come back to that later. How is it that you can probably ensure that you have a good night's sleep? No rocket science. I have grown up in a household where I remember my parents actually probably going for a bath before they go to sleep, which is a great idea. You sleep much better because we are out of the house the whole day. You have, it's better. You sleep cleaner, to be very honest. Put on a comfortable clothing. Probably wear cottons because they help your skin also breathe. Comb your hair. Tangled hair will always be more messy. Brush your teeth so that your oral hygiene is taken care of. Read a book. That's the best possible habit you can have, other than probably meditating before you go to sleep. And then perhaps after you've read a book, you can go to sleep. Maintain a consistent sleep routine. Fix your times, whether it is your meal times, whether it is your sleep and wake up time. The more you stick to a routine of, probably if you have a habit of sleeping by 10:30, stick to that routine for your body to perform optimally. Definitely limit screen time before you go to bed. I think on an average, people today don't sleep before 10:30, 11 o'clock. But if you can put away your gadgets, say about 90 minutes to 2 hours before you go to sleep, you will sleep much better, you will sleep much faster, and you will sleep much deeper. And like I said, avoid heavy meals close to bedtime because they will disrupt your nighttime routine of your body. Very, very important. Now, are you talking back to your negative thoughts? I, for one, have always been an overthinker, and Oftentimes, a family member has not taken a call for the last 2 hours, I will first probably think of negative, then think of positive. If I'm thinking about my future, the first thing is, will everything be okay? Yes, because that's human tendency. We are always in a flight of fight syndrome. So if you're talking back to your negative thoughts, you are getting into that vicious circle, and it'll be very difficult for you to break out of that vicious circle. Uh, Negative thoughts will fuel self criticism. It will lead to a lot of comparison. It will lead to destructive self talk and behavioral pattern, especially in today's environment when we see the lives of people around us 24 by 7 thanks to social media. We feel that everybody else's life is hunky dory, and we're the only ones, who are going through a tough time in our life. Trust me, we all know nothing that I'm not, whatever I'm saying is cliche. Life on social media, life that you see around us, all of it is very momentary. You really need to get into their life to see what challenges they are facing. So what is it that you are looking at? Are you looking only at social media? Are you looking at people around you who can probably tell you the realities of life, that everybody struggles? So if you are struggling, one, there is nothing wrong in that. Two, you have help at hand. You have your coaches, your mentors. Who are you talking to? Who is leading you? Who is guiding you? Are you in the right circle of people? What is your immediate friend circle like? Is it pulling you out of that, or is it pushing you into it? You need to look around. You need to read the right kind of books. You need to be led by the right kind of mentor, and you need to be in the right environment which can pull you off negative thoughts. Because what happens is your thoughts will definitely, sorry, it is happening. I'm so sorry. uh Ruchita, can you see the screen?
No, I
No, the
cannot.
screen is gone off.
Okay, I'll just share it again. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's visible now?
Yes.
Okay, great. So your thoughts will definitely determine your belief. It will impact your feelings. What happens is, one negative thought that comes to your mind, and you're like, "Oh, I'm not good enough. I can't do this well enough. The world is, going ahead. I will be the one who will stay back." When that affects, it impacts your feelings. When your feelings get impacted, you will definitely not do the work that is required to pull you out of that negative circle. When you don't do the work that can help you get out of that negative circle, you will again, it will shape your thoughts. Okay, I'm not, it's a vicious circle. So somewhere you need to break that circle. How will you break that circle? Being in the right association, reading the right books, listening to the right probably podcasts and things that can help you better. So positive thoughts, however, create a sense of calmness, a serenity, and paving way for constructive actions. Like I just said, you need to believe, we always talk about shine, we talk about thinking positive, because you cannot put a price to a positive thought and the effect it can have on your brain. It will help you get out of your stuck zone, or the actual uncomfortable spot, but you're very comfortable being in it because you've not taken action for a long time. So yes, positive thinking will play a very active role in your weight management or a health journey towards a great health. Are you able to break free from the social triggers? I have already spoken about it. Now, when I talk about triggers, are you falling prey to a situation where you're probably going for a movie with your friends, and that big tub of popcorn where we complete always keep going back into that tub, which is like a bottomless pit? It doesn't get over, and by the end of the movie we realize, oh my god, a couple of 400-500 calories gone. And because you were watching the movie, you didn't even savor the taste. These are activities, these are habits which can be very, very dangerous on your journey to great health. We, most of us are in the corporate, we travel, we get into hotels, we look forward to the buffet breakfast. There are a lot of reels which say, people will get out at 9:30. They will, spring out of their hotel bed at 9:30 because they want to make the best use of the buffet breakfast. That buffet breakfast is doing lot more damage to you than good. Yes, it's a momentary uh, pleasure that your taste buds get, but how much of it can you have, and what all can you have, and what damage will it do to your body for the rest of the day and the coming days, is what you need to understand. Frequent travels, traveling at odd hours, taking early flights, coming back home late, eating out, eating in the, flight, etc. All of these can literally throw you off balance, to your off balance of your good habits that you have been following on this journey so far. We will give you certain tips and tricks to break free from these social triggers. One of my, I think, most, what should I say, most powerful cheat code on my journey to good health that I've been able to achieve thanks to the community and Farooq and Anaita is that each time I was probably invited for a dinner or I had to step out for a meal, I would eat the meal that I'm supposed to eat and then go there. So even if I had to pick up a plate, I would literally just probably just take a spoon of it and probably leave that too, because I did not feel the need to eat. I had already eaten what I was supposed to eat. So yes, it says that, pre-event eating, it really really helps you, because once you are your stomach is full, you've eaten what you were supposed to, the inclination of actually eating something is absolutely close to zero. Keep healthy snacks handy. While we say keep healthy snacks handy, it's best to not have any snack at all, but yes, maybe say about just a handful, less than half a handful of nuts will be a good idea, or maybe having protein in, like I said, in water will be a good idea. Stick to your meal time. The more we delay our meal times, the more susceptible we are to eat, something which we are probably not supposed to eat, or eat out of a packet or a processed food or a pack of chips, etc., etc. Plan ahead, especially when you're traveling. I feel we need to plan every single week, even for ladies, women who are working from home, who are housewives, or who are even, going to office every single day. A weekly planning will go a long way for you to have what you're supposed to have and not what you're wanting to eat. Mindful eating. So, when you, like I said, when you're eating, if you're focusing on the one or two chapatis that you're eating, focus on the food when you're eating. It'll help you eat better. Follow the table etiquettes, sit on the table and eat. Most of the people who, we usually sit in the bedrooms and eat, and we don't have a proper place to eat, and we, sit anywhere with our phone in our hands, etc., etc. Avoid that. Avoid potluck gatherings, essentially for people who are working in the corporate. You go with your friends to have lunch in the canteen, etc. Do that if you want to, but carry your lunch. Avoid eating from the office canteen. One, because we know, food from outside has a lot of things that it is not supposed to. And two, when you're in a potluck gathering, when you're sharing your tiffins, etc., etc., you tend to eat more than what you're supposed to. Okay. Are you moving enough? Now, movement and exercise is something you can never, 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 never do enough, to be very honest. But yes, Farooq always says there is a thin line of difference between training and straining, which you should know. But if you're moving constantly on the move, even while you are in the office, people who have a desktop job, make sure you're moving every half an hour to 45 minutes. Take a round around your department, go to the nearest, instead of doing everything over email, probably walk up to your colleague and convey whatever it is that you want to. It definitely helps in having a positive impact on your brain. It helps release endorphins. If you're moving enough, which are happy hormones, you will feel better. It promotes better sleep. The more you move, the more you will be tired at the end of the day, and you will sleep better and stay healthier. It enhances telomere activity. Now, what is telomere? Basically, our chromosomes. It is a cap on the at the end of our chromosomes. Every time there is cell division, the chromosome, when it splits, it ensures that there is little or no withering away of the chromosome. So it decreases inflammation in the body. It boosts your satellite cells. It preserves your skeletal structure and also protects your telomeres in return. Now, what are the activities that you can do so that you ensure that you are more on move? One of my favorites is take the stairs whenever you can, as much as you can. Catch up with a friend socially, walk down to the local place wherever you're meeting, or go for a walk with your friend instead of meeting at a cafe. That may be a better activity to do. You will not end up spending too much of money. You will rather end up spending a lot more calories, which is a lot more healthier for you. Walk during your breaks, in your office breaks, or even at home. Women who are at home, make sure perhaps that you're cutting vegetables, you're cooking. Do make it a standing activity. Make your own bed every day in the morning. Make sure you're doing a couple of activities in the house yourself, and not resorting to the maid doing it. Walk to work if you can, because if you're somewhere close to your office, ditch the scooter, ditch the Uber, ditch your car, and probably walk. If your office place is much farther away, one of the good ideas is to park as much away you can from your building, because that will ensure that you're walking. Walk to your store. Don't order in every grocery item that you need to. Step out of the house, breathe some fresh air, go and pick up a fresh grocery. That'll be good. Ditch your emails. um, uh, Take a break, carry the grocery bag one at a time. That'll also help you burn more calories. Some simple cheat codes that we know, yet most of the time we take the easier route. So the easier route may not be always the healthier route for your body. That's what you need to keep in mind. Are you feeding your emotions? So when you feel sad or anxious, what happens? You give in to temptations. These temptations are not healthy, definitely, for you. This is followed by regret, because okay, right now I'm feeling sad and I've eaten probably a candy bar or a chocolate or an ice cream, but that 5 minutes of feeling good will actually result in a much longer period of guilt of why did I consume so much of calories just because I was feeling bad. Because that feeling sad is temporary, but the effects of things that you do, or binge eating that you do during that period, is stays for you much longer. And because you're on a guilt trip, again you feel sad, again you want to probably get a break, and you will probably resort to eating something or get into binge eating. So yes, you need to look for triggers which can throw you off balance emotionally, and you need to nip it in the bud, so that you don't fall susceptible to any such vicious cycle. Recognize your emotional triggers. Make sure you get hold of them right there and then. Find healthier coping mechanisms like I just shared with you earlier. Foster mindful eating habits. If you can keep in mind these things over a period of next, say, 30 to 45 days, good if you can do it over the 90 days. Trust me, it'll become a lifelong habit. One thing that I'm extremely sure of, essentially in the last 2 years of being a part of this community, is that whatever it is that you do, no matter how little you do, but if you're doing that little thing over the next 90 days, it's almost a 99% guarantee that you will continue doing it for the rest of your life. It could be a good habit, it could be a bad habit, but it will stay permanent in your life in all probabilities. So while you're on this community, while you're seeing that the good habits people are doing and following, it is a good idea for you to subtly keep following those good habits over the next 90 days to make sure that it becomes permanent in your life. Okay, now, have you set your goals? Like when we say in Shine towards the end of every presentation, do you have a goal in mind? All of you are a part of this community. The first day that you joined, you had something that, excited you about joining this community. There is something that is still, making sure that you continue to being a part of this community. Whatever that something is, please put it down so that it acts as a constant reminder. Maybe write it on a piece of paper, click a picture of it, make it your home screen, so that next time when you're eating out, next time when you're, indulging in, a nice meal outside, which is a high calorie late at night, the moment you look at your phone, there will be a subtle reminder that, you're a part of a community which is working towards a great health for you. Setting that goal, may not aim too high, set small goals. Those small goals will help over a period of time, help you achieve bigger goals. Quantify them, break them down into smaller goals, reward yourself next time when you achieve the next immediate goal, and then work towards the next goal that you've set for yourself. So yes, set realistic goals, begin with smaller goals, find a role model. In our group, you will have plenty of role models. We have Farooq and Anaita. I know them for over a decade now, and not a day have I seen Farooq. I mean, I have, been with them for 3 to 4 to 5 days at a stretch. Uh, repeatedly. And I have never seen Farooq give in to, a temptation. I have seen him conduct meetings and be speakers at these various organizations and various events. And if he doesn't get the time to have his dinner timely, he will make sure, he will not give in to temptations of having a late dinner, etc., etc. He's completely tuned his body. You look at Raj and Anu; they're doing phenomenal job. These are people, whom I see. They, if they have to go for a walk, be it Delhi winter, be it Gurgaon winter, be it 0 degrees outside, I see this couple going for their walks regularly. You need to find your role model who will inspire you to do the right job at the right time. Break your goals into smaller ones so that they are more manageable. Reward yourself, like I said. Seek support. You have a lot of support on this community by our health gurus and your, health buddies, etc. Stay positive, stay motivated. Trust me, because that's the only way to go. If you're not positive, if you're negative about it, you're demotivated, you don't have to really go back. The world will move ahead and you will stay back and you will suffer. So you're a part of the community that is willing to hold your hand and move with you forward. Make sure you don't let go of that hand. It's a journey. There are umpteen number of opportunities for you to get back into the game. You can restart again. You can get back into the game tonight. There is a proper path which we have laid out for. We have done where you are today. We have also fallen out. I mean, I always quote myself and Veda. There have been times we have completely got distracted and we've been thrown off the track repeatedly. But what has kept us coming back to our goals, to our focus on a daily basis, is this community, is Farooq and Anaita. Have a daily tracking, track yourself every single day. I, till date, whether I'm in town, whether I'm anywhere else, I track my weight every single day so that I know where am I headed. Track yourself weekly, track yourself monthly. When I say check your weight every single day, I'm not saying that everybody needs to do that, but yes, for me it helps me stay on track. For some people, probably doing it weekly or bi-weekly or fortnightly may work good for you. I would leave that for you to decide what works best for you. And couple of things to remember on a scale, on a count of 0 to 10. Absolute zero, no processed food. Make sure you don't fall susceptible to any processed and packaged food. They are absolute, absolute, absolute. In simple words put, they are poison for your great health. Aim for at least 1 hour of exercise every single day. Whatever works for you, please choose whichever form of exercise does good for you. Consume at least 2 to 3 liters of water, preferably, kind of drink whatever water that you have to by 4:30, 5 o'clock in the day. After that, maybe on need basis, include 3 cups of, actually, rather than green tea, I would say green juice is a better option, definitely better option. Green tea is still caffeine. We would not want that. Take 4 mental breaks or stretch breaks in the day, whether you're at home, whether you're at work. Reflect 5 things that you're grateful for. I can reflect on 500 every single day. Look around you. We still are among the one of the most blessed people who have walked the face of this planet. Look for those 5 things that you're grateful for. Thank the universe or whatever your deity is. Practice meditation. Set 6 a.m. in the morning. You will have a great start to the day. Laugh for at least 7 minutes daily. You don't need a reason to laugh, just laugh. The fact that you're breathing is more than enough for us to laugh every single day. Aim for at least 8 hours of sleep. Try and get ready for bed by 9 p.m. and definitely aim for 10,000 steps every single day. But while I say that aim for 10,000 steps every single day, you need to make sure that you are looking at how fast are you doing those 10,000 steps. Probably spreading those 10,000 steps from, in 24 hours throughout the day may not be as effective for your body as probably, looking at it that you're doing 4 kilometers in about 40 minutes kind of a thing. That is the formula that we work at, and that has done wonders to our health for a lot of people over the community. That will be a great idea. And finally, like I just said, start every day with a lot of gratitude and optimism. Stay happy, stay positive, stay motivated. Have your daily nutrition, whether it's for your body, physical nutrition, and your mental nutrition. Who are you listening to? What are you reading? What are you watching? What are you hearing? What are you observing? Very, very important to have the right mental nutrition as well. Intentions, set your goals, set visual clear intentions, and visualize where you want to be 6 months, 10 months, 12 months down the line in this journey with us. Learn something new every day. I for one, I try and genuinely try and learn something new every day from the world around me. I may not literally sit down on the laptop or on my phone, but there is lots to learn from people's behaviors around us. Maybe something that you see that you would never want to be done to you, so learn that, don't do that to other people. It could be anything which is theoretical, it could be anything which is practical. And yes, exercise every single day. You need mental exercise, you need physical exercise. When you do both, it will help you turn around your health for better, for good in times to come. This has been my transformation journey in this group, thanks to this community, thanks to the fact that I'm still a part of this, and it is helping me maintain what I achieved over a year and a half back. Thanks to Farouk, thanks to this community. And I hope I have been able to help you get uh, a little focus back into action. Okay, why is it important for you to continue with those great habits even as we culminate these sessions today? And yes, we will definitely be starting with the next cycle in the coming week. So that's all from my side. Over to you, Ruchita.
Thank you so much, Deepika, for beautifully summing all that up for us. I think even though everyone's been attending all these sessions, just to have a summary, have a refresher, and have actionable points to follow, just really helps a lot. Thank you so much. And like always, the transformations are amazing and they really inspire us. With that, guys, we come to an end of this session. Important note, we won't be having another session on Friday. Instead, we'll start on Monday. So see you then. Till then, good night. Stay safe.